Yay! Okay, cool. We love it. Let me just... Ew. Alright. What's up? What's up, goobers? Oops. Alright. Greetings. I am, once again, editing things. And I need something to keep me accountable. So this is it. This is me keeping myself accountable. Also, I need this to be brighter. Lovely. Hello, call me Kay. How's it going? How's it going, my guy? If you did, I am editing the big version, the long form version of the video, for Chicken Little. And this is me holding myself accountable because I have not been able to focus. And sometimes if I have something set up like this, I focus better. Don't know what that is. I've also just been really frustrated this week, so my brain is not in it, but we're locking in. We're locking in. Hello, Natalia. Took me a minute to read that. How are ya? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Right now what I'm doing is I am moving... See ya. I'm moving files from place to place so that I have more storage on my computer. Does anybody know... Okay. Does anybody here... All two of you. Does anybody know things about computers? Because I have looked up all of the things and I've done everything that I know how to do currently. So clearly there's more to do. My disk drive, like the disk space on my laptop, completely full. But I don't know why. Because I have removed so many files, and I have adjusted so much storage space that it should be cleared, but it's not. I even went in and did like a, like I removed all the cache and cookies from all my stuff. I got nothing. I got nothing. It's still not working. So I'm having to use an external hard drive, which is fine, but what the heck? What the heck? It's been very, very annoying. Ooh, why is this doing this? I wish I could share my screen with you guys, because then you would know what I'm doing, but I don't have the technology for that yet. Hello? Hi there. 5364. That took me a second. Sorry. What's up? How's it going? How's it going? Cool. Is this working? Hard to say. Don't know. Don't know. Oh, there's two of them. Okay, great. So yeah, what I'm doing right now is just moving files from place to place so that they're usable. Windows cannot. What do you mean? Shut up. Shut up. I'll kill you. Doing good. How am I? I'm okay. I've had kind of a funky week. And so I'm a little bit like emotionally burnt out, but it's weird. I'm so motivated to get this done, but I'm also so frustrated at this, just in this moment, that I'm like, but it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. This week has been weird. Has anybody else had a weird week? I have had to manage a lot of conflict this week, and it's not my favorite. Not my favorite. I also hope my week gets better because, good heavens. I hope this does the thing where it doesn't let me do duplicate files. Because that would be annoying. But it is fixable, so it's okay. It's okay. For anybody just getting here, I'm working on editing footage and holding myself accountable by having this here. Because for some reason, this keeps me locked in because I can't leave. So, Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. I also keep getting confused on which, because I do everything on zip files and then I transfer those to other places. Why do I have so many? Good lord. Second stream that has actually talked to you. Well, hello. Hello. How has anybody else's week been? I hope it's been okay, at least. Weird times out here. Weird times. Okay, that's gonna do its thing. I hope that my computer doesn't explode. Because this is my issue. This is what I do to myself, is I have my computer doing too many things at one time, and then it's like... how's the quality of this stream, by the way? Would somebody let me know if it's awful? There's not a lot I can do, but in the future I can stream in a different room, because my network is pretty bad. I live in Wyoming, and there's literally no way to have good internet in Wyoming. I mean, there is, but it's expensive. It's amazing. Okay, great. Love that. That's fine with me. That's also surprising because it's bad. It's bad. Okay. I hope this does that thing where it doesn't. Okay. I guess I'll die. What is... Looks fine. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. What is everybody's least favorite part of their day? What was everybody's favorite part of their day? Am I a queerdo? I guess. Yes. Some people use that word as derogatory, so I'm not sure what type of interaction we're having. I don't want to assume that somebody's being like that, but sometimes I get that comment and I'm like, are you being nice or are you being rude? I don't want to assume, but overall answer yes, regardless of derogatory or not. I wish that I could have snapback on all of my stuff, but I don't. And why is that? Why is that? Whee! I guess I will let you guys know. My favorite part of my day was snuggling with my cat this morning. That was nice. That was good. I have been bad at having a good sleep schedule recently. And so I don't feel my best. I've not been sleeping well. But that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Having good sleep habits is hard for me for some reason, and it fluctuates really hard right now because my work schedule is so awful. They have me rotating between evenings and days, and it's really bad. And I don't want to fully blame it all on that because like there's things I could do, but I have a hard time building habits in that area or in general. So, you know, whatever. Whatever. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo. For those just getting here, I am doing some work on some video editing for my YouTube channel, and holding myself accountable and staying locked in on this because I lost some of my motivation yesterday when I had to restart a bunch of stuff. So I've got to lock in again because I really want this to be done. I'm really excited about this, but that was unfortunate. So I'm trying to keep myself locked in, and I'm so tired. So tired. Had an emotional week. It's a bummer. Is anybody reading any cool books right now? Right now I'm reading Dungeon Crawler Carl. I'm almost done with the first book. It's pretty fun. If anybody's ever read like Series of Unfortunate Events, it's pretty similarly written, but a little bit more adult, if that makes sense. It's like a D&D campaign and a video game and something else all in one. Something else. Kind of Hunger Games a little bit. Just a little bit. It's fun. I liked it. Like it. Reading it currently. It's good. And then another book that I'm reading right now. I try not to overlap what I'm reading at the same time, but it just kind of happened. It was a mistake. Is the I really like biography fiction a lot of the time, so I'm reading the like life story of the guy that played Ernest P. Worrell. I don't know if anybody knows who that is, but he's this guy from like the 70s and 80s. Well, no, probably not the 70s. Probably 80s and 90s. Who did like he started with advertisements for like milk brands, like dairy brands, and he just did these really silly like advertisements, and then eventually this character Ernest, he's like this Appalachian country bumpkin annoying guy. This character became like a huge thing, and eventually they made movies of him. So there's like an Ernest Saves Christmas. There's Ernest goes to camp. Ernest goes to college, I think. All those things. Anyway, he just as a person is kind of fascinating to me because he was a classically trained actor. Like he was professional, like Shakespeare stuff, and he eventually got into this role, and it like changed his life because it exploded over, not overnight, but it went pretty fast. And yeah, he's kind of an interesting guy. He because he lived with his family was not very well off. Once he got money, he was very like he bought himself all kinds of fancy stuff, but not in like a oh god way, but in just a that's kind of cute kind of way. A DeLorean, which is really fascinating to me because those don't super exist very much anymore. And he's just kind of this goofy character. But yeah, yeah. He always had like cool watches and a lot of World War II memorabilia too. He was really fascinated by war, I guess. Which I get it. Some people just are. I am a little bit. I was really fascinated with World War II documentaries a while ago. I really like the, well, it's not that I like it, but I'm fascinated by the kind of obscure, weird stuff that goes on in wars that people don't really talk about, like the random platoons, or not platoons, but like groups of people that banded together, like that group of women in World War II that were, I can't remember what they were called. Some type of witches is what they were called. And they, I can't remember the story now, but they did a lot of like infiltrating of stuff and spying, and they did a lot of like gas warfare, and nobody ever like found them. Nobody ever could beat them. Yeah, very interesting. Not something I know a whole lot about, but it's a story that I've heard and read about. Really fascinating stuff. I also went through a period a while ago where I was, oh, great. Okay, cool. It's having me skip the duplicate files. Love that. Fantastic. Um, I was going through like World War II documentaries that were like really weird, specific cases, like some of the medical practices back then. A lot of the like reconstructive surgeries after war were really interesting. There was this one surgeon, like plastic surgeon, who was quite prolific at the time. Like plastic surgery things that we do currently are because of that guy. His surgeries are really impressive. I can't remember his name. Um, but yeah, anyway, that's what I'm into. I also am into like really weird medical cases and really weird like malpractice things that happen. And some of this stuff is crazy. Like cases where they amputate the wrong leg or they have the wrong patient and they do the wrong thing. That happened. Okay, so I work at the hospital in um, where I live, and there we recently had a what we call them RLs, and um, it stands for like report and learning, I think, and it's meant to be used as a tool of like, oh, this process went wrong, let's adjust so that this doesn't happen again, and so that everybody learns, and so that you know whatever. Hospital stuff is odd because it's never used in that way. It's never used as a learning tool. It's only ever used as a super punitive, like you fucked up, so get out of here. Um, Anyway, there was an RL that came through for our hospital that somebody marked the wrong leg for surgery. And I was like, holy shit, that's crazy. It's crazy. Lord. Um, and how many surgeries do they do a day? Like, what do you mean? And they didn't operate on it, but they marked it and set it up. And because once they're marking it, like, you, no way that happened in the last 10 years. Dude, it happened last year. It happened last year. They didn't operate on it, but it's a bummer. Ever heard about the lady who had a rock baby on the outside of her uterus and didn't realize till she was elderly? Yeah, that happens. That's called a an ectopic pregnancy, and usually the body takes care of it. Like usually you'll have symptoms and your body will like do the thing, or you'll have to have surgery. Um, but sometimes it's like sticks around and becomes it can sometimes become a cyst. It can sometimes become like a, I forget what you call it. Yeah, calcified. Yes. Yes. Yeah, super weird stuff. Sometimes they'll like um I've heard of cases where they'll like grow teeth and like hair, which is scary and awful. We had a case like that not too long ago at our hospital. It was bad. It was scary. Yeah, medical stuff is wild. The human body is a terrifying place. It's also really fascinating. Yeah, yeah. Tumors with hair and teeth. Yeah, it is really common, but I feel like it shouldn't be. It feels really illegal. It feels really bad. Really fascinating and gross. Felony. Hold on, I think my cat wants in. Hi, sweetie. Come here. Hi. What? It's my cat. Kiss cat. I love you. Are you annoyed by me? Probably. She's a cutie. Cutest cat this side of the Mississippi, in my opinion. She's pretty cute. If you ask me what type of cat I wanted when I was 5, it's literally her. Literally her. It's my favorite thing ever. She's kind of dumb. She's kind of silly. She's put me through a couple not so awesome things, but love her. Love her. One time she swallowed a sewing needle because she wanted the string that was attached to it. And that was a very expensive surgery to get that removed. That was a bummer. I currently don't have pets, but I've had so many wonderful cats in my life. Cats are lovely. I don't understand people that are like, I hate cats. Cats are mean. Because I have had a mean cat in my lifetime. But I still, like, I don't know. I still love cats. Maybe that says something about me. I'm not sure. One dog. I also have only ever had one dog. She was goofy. Her name was Lulu. And she was part Dalmatian, part Blue Heeler, which is an odd mix of things. Very good dog, very nice dog, but a little bit silly, a little bit kind of cross-wired because, you know, she has 2 different, pretty aggressive instincts that are kind of not counterintuitive, but they don't match up very well. So. Yeah, nasty cats, they do exist. They do exist. I don't deny that. I was mean to everybody except me, which was interesting. Because I was also like 3 years old, so I don't think a cat has any reason to be nice to a 3-year-old, just in my opinion. Because 3-year-olds are not very great at handling animals, especially cats. Ugh. Ooh. One of Ross's brothers went crazy. We had to put him down because he attacked a family member. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh, that's scary. Yeah, I've heard of that happening, and I kind of can't quite wrap my head around. Like, you had this perfectly fine dog, and all of a sudden they, like, lashed out for some reason, and there was no stimulus, there was no reason. Because usually you can, like, that stuff doesn't generally happen out of the blue. Generally, it's like like you can tell that there's something building. But yeah, that's crazy. I'm sorry that happened. It's scary. Oh, good. I'm glad you have good memories with the other dog. Pets matter a whole lot, and I think it's important. There's more going on at their house. Yeah, usually stuff like that doesn't just happen. Although I have heard of it. I wonder though, like, yeah, what led up to what happened to maybe cause that, just in general. Whenever I hear situations like that, whether it's like people lashing out or animals, I'm always like, okay, but what else is going on? I have a very, like, holistic brain. I always want to know what else is going on, what else is happening in the background. Was this preventable? Is this something that we can prevent in the future, you know? Absolutely. I definitely had that soul bond with him after 4 years. Aw. Oh, God. Yeah. Yep. That's fair. That one's hard. I it worked out, but I did that when I broke up with some. They were both really bonded to each other, and that was, I think, a heartbreaking choice for the other person to make, me to make either, because I was like, dude, this is your cat. Like, I don't know how to deal with this. I don't know how to do this in a way that's responsible. One of them was my cat, one of them was theirs, and anyway, like 3 months into me having both cats, the one that was my ex's like started kind of losing his mind. He started to get like violent, and I could never keep him happy. Because I mean, he wasn't attached to me; he was attached to my ex, and so I was like, maybe we can figure this out. I don't know. I tried a lot of things. And then eventually I came home one time, and my current, this kitty cat, there was like chunks of her hair strewn all over the house. And I was like, nope, nope, you can have your cat back. This isn't working. We, Felony and I will adjust. We'll figure that out, but this cat cannot stay here. Because he would also like attack me randomly, and not like bad, but he would kind of like wait in corners like cats do. Um, he would like wait in corners and grab my ankles randomly, and not bad, but I got to a point where I was like, this could get bad, and I'm not invested in that. So, and the cat is doing much better now. My cat is fine. It worked out, but that was a tough choice to make, and there's like, I don't know how to do that the right way, because yikes. I can tell by looking at photos of my ex's account. Ross is depressed. That sucks. God, that sucks. I hate that. I hate that. Is there any way, like, legally? I don't know. Yeah, if you weren't married, like, how does that work? I wonder. I don't know. Yeah, I'm also, it was tough, and then also like communicating with an ex can be difficult too. I'm grateful that this particular person is not really. It was at first naturally, but we have actually since kind of made friends afterwards. But it's been, I mean, it's been 2 years, so you know. Sometimes you figure out you're gay and you have to leave. Happens. It was not fair to that person to keep them in that situation, and not fair to me either. He didn't know how to care for him. A few times I could tell. Yeah, yeah. I hate that. I hope that eventually, maybe someday, you guys can reconnect. And by you, I mean the dog and you, not the ex, because sometimes reconnecting is okay. I mean, there was a reason that that person and I were together. We get along really well. But you know, turns out I like women a lot. Somebody's texting me. I hope it rains today. It looks like it might. How's the weather in everybody else's corner? Right now I'm editing for those that are just joining, or for those that don't know what's going on in general. I'm editing some stuff for my YouTube channel that's like a long form video. And right now I'm editing the bit where I'm doing the hair of the doll. Lola Dunn, hello. How's it going? Like, imagine you've waited for mom to come home, years go by, she shows up for a day and then leaves again. Yeah, yeah, that's fair. No, I get it. That's fair. God, that sucks. I do, yeah. I don't have any proper ball jointed dolls because they're expensive, and they're intimidating to me because I'm like, that's a work of art, and I'm afraid of ruining it. But yes, I do custom. I usually use Monster Highs, usually because I have a stockpile of those, which I'm very grateful because Most people, they're kind of hard to find. Um, phone's gonna die. Okay, bye. Sorry about your phone. My my condolences. We'll have a funeral later. Impressive videos I've seen. It's fun. I really like it. Yeah, I like Monster Highs too. They're personally just my favorite in general. Um, because I played as a kid, I have always been into like character design and like styling things and whatever. And I played with Barbies a lot, but once I got my hands on Monster Highs, I was like, dude, screw Barbies. Those are boring as hell. Monster Highs are so cool. And I really like the new ones they've been making. I feel sad that I can't, well, I can get my hands on them, but I don't like buying brand new dolls to make my art out of because somebody could enjoy them more, you know, um, before I take it apart and ruin it. I also had those. Nice. I love that. I love that. Yeah, they have come out with more of those too, and they're like they're more stylized a little bit. Their faces, I'm really into their faces actually. Their faces give drag, and I'm really into it. Monster High's Gothic Brats. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I love it. Well, and the new proportions for the Monster Highs, because before the Monster Highs were like they were all, you know, stick thin, and they had this kind of weird shaped spine that I could never figure out. Kind of hard to dress because of that, but I've figured out how to do it. Um, and now they're a lot more like real life, not skinny, more human proportions, I guess. I'm failing at saying this the way that I want to. But I definitely prefer that too, because like they gave Dracula thick thighs, and I love it. It's so good. Sorry if there's lots of noise that out there. My window's open because it's hot in here. Whoa, whoa! What did I just do? Don't do that. I got a large Monster High doll who was skeletal looking from the thrift store for like $2. Nice. I wonder if that was the big Skeleta. Because they made like I have one. They made like big guys once, and I think that there was a Skeleta. Because do you mean skeletal looking as in they're just thin, or like actually thin? And I think they made a big one at one point, but I can't remember. I have a big one that's like kind of green blue colored, and you can there's like a lever in the back of her head that changes her eye color. She did have bone-like features. That was probably Skeleta. That one's probably really rare. That one's probably really hard to find because you can't find the big ones. Grayish and black hair. Yeah, that was Skeleta for sure. Interesting. I don't hear about those ones very often. It's hard to find the big ones in general, but I think the Skeleta is like, I don't think they made very many of those. So that's cool. I like that. And I could be wrong. Like, maybe there's, maybe there's more of them than I thought, but I'm pretty sure maybe you won't mess with her. I mean, do what you want. People, people get really upset at me for like messing with collector's items, and I'm like, I played with these as a kid. Like they're manky. Some of them are better off than others, but I don't know. They were all stuff that I had as a kid, and so I'm not super worried about ruining them or messing them up per se because they're already fairly messed up and fairly well loved from my childhood. So, whatever. I'm sitting here trying to draw something but blanking on what to do. I get that. I get that. I currently have this I have this idea rolling around in my head right now that I like it won't leave me. But I will have to dedicate some like a decent amount of time to doing it. But I have ideas for children's books all the time. All the time. And I want to write this one about somebody cooking and like messing up the recipe over and over, but still having fun while they're doing it as like a something can get messed up and be disappointing, but you can still have fun while you're in it, you know? Yeah, I think it's a cute idea, and I have a friend I want to base it off of. He's like a professional baker, and he's a really fun person to draw because he's very expressive. Just like his demeanor and stuff is really expressive and fun. So he's really easy to like make into a character that would be drawable, if that makes sense. What do you like to draw usually? What are you into? I do a lot of watercolor stuff. Sometimes files import and they upside down and I don't understand. And it takes me a minute to like understand what I'm looking at. Like, why does it look funky? Well, it's because it's upside down. Faces and I design outfits. Nice, me too. I like drawing faces a lot, and I really, really like designing like character design and outfits, and yeah. So like the croquis, they call them. I'm not sure if I know what that is. The croquis. Mm. Eyes mostly. Word. I like it. I like it. Oh, I'm so sad. I did all of this yesterday and I'm redoing it and it's making me upset. But it's okay, I have to not think about it. It's alright. This is my chance to make it better. I guess. Fashion class from high school. Oh, okay. Interesting. I didn't know. I've never heard that before. I did like costume design stuff in high school. That's what I was supposed to go to school for. Um, and then COVID happened and I chose not to. I might still attempt that. We'll see. Self, so it's kind of hard to approach because I can't do that. Like, I'm all on my own out here. Nobody's paying for my stuff. Like the doodles on the dress patterns, how they're elongated and exaggerated. Ah. Yeah. Ah. Word. I've never heard that before. That's cool. Interesting. But yeah, I did costume design for theater for a really long time. Oh, I feel that. Yeah, I make up pretty much everything I do on the fly too. Because I know I'll just learn it as I go, and I'm not super concerned about like doing it right. Sometimes I am, but usually not. Nice. I like that. That's awesome. It's fun going out and wearing something that you've made. It's good stuff. Why is that like that? Oh, I'm gonna text my friend. She's in the ER right now. Not for anything horrific, but she may have broken her toe. I'm just curious if they saw her yet, because she got in at like 9 a.m. probably. They're probably still there because our ER is super inefficient. I've had nights still stitching into my car right in the venue. Yeah, yeah, I like that. That's really fun though, because like you get there and you're like, I finished this 5 minutes ago, and people are always like, whoa, it's fun. It's an healing energy. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think she's all right. Um, she's she's done worse, which is not to like minimize what she's going through right now, but I play roller derby and she's one of my teammates, so we've all done worse. A broken toe is like, oh well. Better than a concussion, tell you what. Which I think last year she got a concussion. I thankfully have never dealt with anything like that. I'm very grateful to say. The worst injury I've had from roller derby was I broke. Well, I'm not sure if it for like 2 months, so I'm assuming it was like not structurally sound particularly, but my tailbone got, got real. I'm just finishing up second round of antibiotics due to strep. Oh, I hate strep, and it's resistant to so many things because it's so such a large like not a collection of bacteria, but a large like strain. There's lots of different strains of that bacteria, and so it's annoying, so irritating. Did they give you a different? And you don't have to answer this. Did they give you like they started you on one and they were like, and then started you on a different one, or did they have you do 2 rounds of the same one? I'm just curious. You do not have to answer that at all. You do not have to answer that. Haven't had strep in years. Yeah. I haven't had strep in a while either. I actually have not gotten sick since I started working at the hospital, like at all, which is crazy because the year before I started, I was working in botany. Um, Second batch is stronger. Okay, that makes sense. Because sometimes they choose to like continue the same antibiotic, and I'm like, why? Clearly, it's not working. Do some cultures, see if it's resistant, because we have the technology. Um, Sometimes they'll just continue. No, my immune system will have to build up all. Yeah, dude. Ugh, I hate antibiotics for that reason. I hate them for a lot of reasons. Like if you get, bacterial or community pneumonia, like your body a lot of the time is not built to fix that on its own. Like the body can do a lot of things if it's got good immunity on its own, but like pneumonia is not one of them, and you should not play with it. And if they give you antibiotics for pneumonia, take them. Take them. Um, anyway, I'm very passionate about that because I've seen a lot of unfortunate things this year. God, it sucks. It sucks so bad. Young people too. Just do the antibiotics, please. I feel I would have been better off doing my natural remedies. Yeah, that's fair. But I needed to return to work. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Instead of going on 2 weeks. Yeah. Yep. I feel that. It's hard because they can be really helpful, like a really great tool. I work in pharmacy, so I have thoughts. Good lord. I also have feelings about antibiotics because our hospital, we use the same one for literally everybody. We use Vanco on everybody. And I'm like, at what point does the community at large, because if we use it on everybody, at what point do we create a immunity as a community to this one antibiotic and then we can't use it ever again? You know what I mean? Like, why? I understand, but that doesn't make sense. I have a lot of questions, but I am, well, technically, no, I'm a board certified medical professional, but I'm not like in the barest bones of sense. Like, I know very little, but I know a decent amount. makes things harder. Yeah, no, I get it. I agree. Because the things that I've used in the past, like I've had good results with like taking oregano and other things that are just to support those things. Um, I've had good results with that, and I've only used antibiotics a couple times, and I don't know. I don't know. I get it. I get it. It is weird though that I am a board certified medical professional because I'm like, eh? What do you mean? But again, in the most bare sense possible. Like my knowledge is very little, very little. I study a lot of alternatives because I don't trust big pharma. That's fair. I get it. I get it. I've tried a couple different medications for a couple different things. Did not have good results with them. So, yeah, no, I understand. Even though I work in that field, like, I fully get it. I appreciate people that are like, eh, I know myself and this didn't work for me, so we'll try. We'll try it again. We synthesize things by learning from nature, so why not use just, yeah, yep. No, I'm with you. I'm absolutely with you. For some people, and like, I would never judge somebody ever for being like, this medication works great for me. Ever. No, no. If you find something that works for you, let's go. Like, that's hard. Um, but I don't react to them very well at all. So there's lots of other things you can do too. Like I have a couple buddies that are herbalists, and those things, one feels safer just to me, like personally, um, but also I trust that more just because it's already on this earth for a reason, and yeah, you know. I want to study Chinese medicine because that stuff makes way more sense. Yeah, no, absolutely. I appreciate that too. And that's the human spirit too. Like I appreciate you saying that because I wonder how much of our medicine is just treating the symptom and not the actual problem. I think about that all the time. All the time. Like why again the holistic approach of why are we medicating this issue when we could address the issue? But sometimes the issue is the fact that I have to work full time and I can't address that. So, you know, because I do believe that, like, I may have undiagnosed ADHD. Um, and I just got formally diagnosed with OCD actually. And so I'm looking into ways to, like, train my nervous system so that it reacts to things differently. Which I've done my whole life. But now that I have a formal diagnosis, I'm like, oh, let's go. We can figure this out. It has letters. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. But yeah, there's, again, if you figure out a med that works for you, awesome, because that shit's hard. But I don't like it. I don't want it. It scares me. I don't know. There's so many different things we can do. The same things and work better for others. It depends on so many factors. Yeah, for sure. Well, yeah, exactly. Just because it's natural doesn't mean that it's absolutely. Because I hear patients, dude, some patients, my job is when people are admitted to the hospital, my job is to visit with them and say, hey, what medications are you taking and how can we get them to you the correct way? And so I hear some crazy stuff from people that are like, people that are more naturopaths, sometimes I'm like, yeah, I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with you. But sometimes I'm like, I'm afraid. We had this we had this guy come in, and he brought in, I'm not kidding, like a duffel bag suitcase thing that was large. I would describe it more as a suitcase. And the thing about the medications that patients bring in from their homes, because we don't know how they've been stored, we don't know if, like, they switched out the pills for something else and it's just in the bottle with the label. Like, there's all kinds of liabilities to come with that. And so when he brought this in, like, we have to take it in hand, and organize it and figure out what all of the pills are and identify them, which sucks. But anyway, this guy was telling me about, he has all of these like herbal things, and none of what he was taking was crazy. Like, I wasn't like, I'm not invested in what other people do generally with their meds, because it's not my business, other than I'm just supposed to ask them and then I'll relay that information to a doctor and then our team will adjust. Anyway, he had a prescription, like blood pressure medication, which you should never like start and stop blood pressure meds intermittently, because it's kind of important to take those consistently if that's something that you deal with. And this guy told me, he was like, you know, I meditate with my medications, and if I feel that my body wants it, I'll take it. But if I feel like my body doesn't, I won't. Which, like, in theory, I do understand that. Like, I'm not against somebody doing that, but I was like, with some medications that could be genuinely dangerous. So I was like, I'm just gonna document that, and the doctor can handle that if he wants to. Because I do believe in like the body's intuition to know what's good for it. I absolutely am all for it. But just in the context, I was like, I'm scared. Hold on, I've missed a couple of your messages. Don't think we're meant to be slaving our lives away just to get by. Yeah, no, I'm also wanting to lean into off-grid shit, but I cannot afford that currently. We'll figure that out. I'll do it some other time. Because they give folks layering all those drugs interact poorly. No, absolutely. Yeah, that's what they call polypharmacy, where people have all of this stuff on their list, and it happens a lot with elderly people. That's bad. It's bad. And we wonder why the elderly seem crazy and off their rockers. Yeah, no, warfarin. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Warfarin, Coumadin, bad. And then placebo is powerful, mind over matter. Yeah, absolutely. No, I'm with you on that too. Like, if I'm determined to get better on this particular thing, if a medication helps me, wonderful. If not, maybe there's something else we can do for myself mentally, which I would prefer, to be honest. Yeah, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. And I have a genetic disorder that cannot be just like medicated. You can't medicate it. It's a nutritional based disorder, and so I have to take supplements that support me nutritionally. That, like, I can support myself with diet, but it matters a lot that I have those supplements. And so most doctors wouldn't really care that I was taking those medications. They'd be like, well, we don't have those in stock, and so whatever. Which, for my particular thing, like, I'm not super worried about that. If I were ever to be hospitalized, I would be okay for like a couple of weeks without it. It would be okay. But it does suck that people see supplements and they're like, that's not a big deal. Because for some of us, it kind of is. Probably how Reiki works. I don't know a lot about that one, but yes. Yeah, I have feelings about Western medicine a lot of the time. I know majority of my life I've had nutrition deficiency, but still can't seem to balance. I get that. You do not take like medical advice from me, but just because I am familiar with that, I don't know if you've ever like, yes, no, that's exactly what I deal with as well. If you've ever read into like the MTHFR gene mutation, It's in my genes, and it's in my whole family. Um, a lot of medical professionals don't believe that it's real, but what do you want me to do about that? Because the treatment for it worked, and now I feel better. Um, it has to do with your like metabolic processes to absorb nutrients, and you have to have certain forms of those nutrients for it to absorb. And so you might look into if you get blood work, if you get a blood panel, you can get specific genetic testing for MTHFR, but it's really it's expensive because it's kind of a specialty, but you can get a blood panel and see if your body is methylating properly, and that will tell you. If it's not methylating right, that will tell you that your nutrients aren't being absorbed and that you might have that genetic mutation. Oh, interesting. Yeah, no, soy is, yeah, it's in everything. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know a lot about that. I also feel a toxic trait of mine is that I don't believe a word anybody says ever. And so sometimes I read stuff and I'm like, yeah, but who says? Which is not the most fair. Yeah, yeah, it's kind of it's a pretty like specific mutation that there's not a lot of information on it because again a lot of medical professionals are like I don't think so. I was told one time by a doctor, they were like, well, we didn't study that, so it's probably not a big deal. And I was like, okay. I don't know how I feel about that, but okay. Like, uh, bummer. Guess I'll die. But then my doctor for this mutation, I have like a specialist. I hate him. I hate his guts. That doctor sucks. His bedside manner is absolutely foul, and because he treats everybody in my family, he treats me like I don't know. I don't know. He treats me like we're related somehow, and it's really bad. It's really bad. I rarely see docs. Yeah, I don't really either. Maybe 2 years ago, got blood work. I was on the verge of thyroidism. Oh, that one's also MTHFR too, because mine was too. I'm sorry. You shouldn't mess with thyroid very much. Like, if something's off with it, you should address that. That's so strange. But okay, whatever. It is awkward. It's so bad. I do not like him. Ugh. He treats me like I'm his buddy just because he knows my grandma. And I'm like, dude, first of all, mm, yeah. Yeah, my thyroid levels were a little bit messed up from my MTHFR, and I was able to fix it with diet. I should get a blood panel again, though, just to make sure it's still on track because I haven't really gotten any of those things looked at since I was diagnosed. Um, but I tried a year of wild. My eyes aren't working. Wild yam cream. Interesting. I have not heard of that. I hope it made you feel better, though. Like, either way. Seaweeds and foods with health. Yeah, Nice. Ooh, I have some seaweed snacks. I like those. I forgot that I had those. Something you need to look into. Yeah, yeah. Thyroid is really interesting. I have a friend who's going through like figuring out what's wrong with thyroid, and it's a weird thing. Helped someone, but I haven't gotten new blood work. Yeah, I get that. I haven't either. Yeah. Luckily though, I'm very grateful. I get free like a one free blood panel a year with my work, and so I should go in and do that. I should also get my MRI sometime soon. I've got a back injury that I need to get taken care of. While I'm on that insurance still, I need to go do that so that it's not $1 million. Boop. The entire world is going through it, yeah. Yeah, we're all so messed up. It's pretty bad. Endocrinologist, yeah, no, it is. Yep, it is. It's a lot. It's a bummer. In a world where we're taught to consume more, it matters that what we consume, unfortunately. All of these imported upside down. Whoa, that's a jump. Where did that come from? Hold on. This looks like some of my stuff imported out of order. Environmental factors too. Yeah, oh, for sure. Yeah, all the shit in the air and all the, yeah. I'm with you. It sucks. It sucks. It's scary. Oh, weird. Yeah, this imported way out of order. It goes from her not having a face to her having a face. It's kind of funny. Is the rest of that footage somewhere? Or is it just missing? I think it's just missing. Yeah, it's just missing. Okay, I'll go find it. Weird. Ah, but that means after the face up is edited, that means that I'm basically like halfway there. So we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. I appreciate this conversation that we're having right now. This is good. Thank you. Really quick, I'm gonna go get some water and maybe some snacks, and I'll be right back. BRB, grabbing some snacks. How do I do this? That's not what I wanted. Did I just pin that? Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Whatever. Okay, I'm gonna grab a snack. I'll be right back. I'm back, and I have snacks. Oh, I forgot the seaweed ones. Oh well, I'll get those later. Cookies. I have hummus, and I have water, and I have blueberry juice. Lovely. Delightful. Delightful. I like it. Let's see here. My friend still hasn't answered me. Interesting. Don't know if she broke her toe or not. Hard to say. Hard to say. And I do think that, like, modern medicine and other types of medicine can work together. I think that we should, you know, all things in moderation. You know, warfarin all the time for people is terrifying to me. Like a lot of people are on warfarin, and it's scary. It's scary. I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay, where's this footage? I don't understand why it's missing. Let's see here. As like it has an icon where it tells me like this thing is been used, and so it's been nowhere. That's weird. Boop. Funky. Funky. Oh boy. Yes. Okay. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Oh. It's raining outside, and I'm very, very glad. Very glad. Very excited about that. Is this? The right footage? I can't tell what I'm looking at. I don't know. How's it going? How's everybody doing? What's happened? I don't know. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Cool, cool. For those just joining me, the long form video for my YouTube channel, and oh, what is happening? Okay. I'm messing with footage right now, and I can't tell what's going on. Oh, okay, that's weird. Okay, and things keep importing upside down, so I have to keep adjusting them. I'm like, why does it look weird? Well, because it's not facing the right direction. So that's neat. Neat. Nom nom. Oh, no. Okay, so I'm still missing footage from right here. That's weird. Where is it? Is it this one? Is it this one? Oh, it's this one. There it is. Weird. There we go. Okay. Still upside down though. Funky. I wish I could share my screen to do that yet. I wonder if I could just set it up with a USB and call it good. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just a silly goof. Lovely. Do I want to? Okay, if I. I don't know. Alrighty. Got distracted. Alright. Cool, cool. I got myself some juice. Ooh. It's not bad, but I accidentally put in, usually I do lime juice and blueberry juice, but I accidentally grabbed my cherry juice, which is not the worst, but it's not what I was expecting. Not what I was expecting. What the hell is that? That footage does not belong there. Get out of here. That's weird. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad I learned how to edit jump cuts. But it's kind of tedious. It's, cutting up so many little pieces of things. Okay, after I get done with the footage that I have, okay, if you were to watch an artist do something, would you want to see when they messed up and like try it again? Or would you want to just see the result that worked? I feel like I would like to see, because I always film my stuff, like, I always film the ones that don't work, because I'm filming the whole process. I don't know if that's enjoyable. I don't know. Because it's important to me to, like, represent, like, things that don't work. I don't know. Hard to say. Hello. Good to see ya. Yeah, I don't know. I'll ask you since you're back. If you at all watch art videos, do you like it? Do you like it when an artist shows the part of their process that didn't work out and like shows the mistakes that they made? Or is it nicer to watch just watching the version that they made that worked, if that makes sense? Like from start to finish, the one that turned out well. Because I like seeing when artists try again, like something doesn't go right and they try again. But I don't know if everybody's. I don't know. I think about this a lot because I always pretty much include the mistakes that I make in my work because I'm like, I feel like it's part of the process. I agree. Like, I feel like it's more real and it's more human if you see somebody like struggle and put in the effort to to do the thing. Because I also, and here's what I don't like actually, regardless of whether or not I like watching somebody mess up, what I don't like is when I see artists that are like perfect and put together at all times. I can't stand that. So I'm not going to be that. Cool. Cool, cool. I used to hate people looking over my shoulder. Yeah, dude, I hate, even though I do this, I hate people watching what I do. I hate it. Yeah, I think it's okay. I think it's fine. Yeah. Perfect line work on the first go. No way. Absolutely not. I am not that person. Sometimes, every now and then, I have a good art day and I'm like, boom, done. Done. But not often. Plus, I work on, you know, like 3D things. And so if I get a feature wrong, it looks really funky. Some folks have told you the same. That's funny. Yeah, everybody's perspective on that is a little bit different. Because I'm like, my sketches are really rough. My sketches are really, like, they're rough. And a lot of people are like, wow, your drawings are so fantastic and perfect. And I'm like, no, no, no. Oh, yeah, I am not that way. I do not do like hyper realistic recreations of stuff. I cannot. I cannot. But it makes sense that you would see all of your errors because you're like copying it exactly. And if you're copying it exactly, then if part of it is not exactly copied, you're gonna notice. That makes sense. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. 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 Mm. Mm-hmm. I loved doing ceramics so very much. I would like to get back into it eventually. Sometime. That would be nice. I made a teapot at one point. That was really fun. Good stuff. Yeah, I never get to do it either. Build my own kiln. Hell yes. Oh, I love that. Mm-hmm. Oh! I almost just got hummus everywhere. Mm-hmm. I'm into that. I support that fully. Great pizza oven too, yeah. Yeah. I'm really into when people do like trash firing stuff. I'm really into that. And that you just like dig a hole in the ground and burn stuff, which also is appealing to me. Mm-hmm. Oh, 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 I missed a chunk. Jump cut editing is hard because sometimes I miss stuff. I'm sorry, what? On a field trip for an art class, this one dude made these big balls of clay that he would stick dynamite and fireworks into. That's so cool. That's really cool. Hard to describe. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Ooh. Mm-hmm. So I've seen a lot of artists do like hair. They'll like pull horse hair or human hair and put it on the surface. That's really cool. That's really interesting. They also do like feathers too. Those are really cool. Boop. Nice. Love it. There's this show that's about ceramics that's like what's that show called? The Great British Bake Off. Um, but it's ceramics. It's ceramic artists. And it's called Throwdown. It's one of my favorite shows. It's so cool and fun. It's a great show. Yeah, that's fair. That one's not super well known. Um, we watched it in ceramics class a lot. Face Off, yeah, very similar to Face Off. I also really like that show. That show's good. I don't watch TV so much anymore either. I do a little bit, but right now I just kind of. Right now I'm rewatching Full House. Oh, boy. Which for some reason I'm binge, but I'm really enjoying it, so oh well. I could be doing a lot worse. You do makeup also nice. You do like special effects stuff? Not so much anymore. Enjoying my skin clearing up and being natural. Yeah. Your job forces you to put on makeup. Are you like a do you work at an airline? I'm trying to think of what job would force you to do that. It feels illegal to me. Oh. Oh. I guess that makes sense. Yeah. That still feels illegal to me though. I mean, I understand because that's like kind of a production, right? Almost like you have to have like stage makeup almost for stuff like that sometimes. Um, Interesting. That's a really interesting job. The girls who are gay don't get forced. What? No, that's awful. No, of course you don't. You that says a lot about the company, not what you said. That's messed up. Yeah, no, it is unfair. Oh, that's weird. That makes me mad on your behalf. That is unfair. You just tell them that you're gay and then it's an option. I support it. If it benefits you to tell them that you're gay. Sucks. You tried. What the hell? That's messed up. I hate that. I don't doubt it though. That sounds like a place that would do stuff like that. Lame. God, that sucks. That makes me wonder why they single out you. Because that seems personal. You know what I mean? If they don't require other people to do that. European. Huh. I don't understand. Weird. That gives me the ick. Because, like, I'm encouraged not to wear makeup at my job because I work in a sterile field. So, interesting. We have monitors. Oh. Oh. So it probably depends on what monitor you have, where they're like, no, you follow this standard. Oh. Okay. So there's probably some that are more strict than others. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Scrubs, no makeup. Yep. Same. Cannabis. As in, like... Tell me more about that. I'm fascinated by that, because it's illegal here, so I don't know how any of that works. Right, yeah. They'll just be like, put on makeup. That's annoying. Super annoying. I hate that you have to deal with that. Lame. Like, what year are we in? It's absurd to me. Grow facility. Okay, that makes sense. Nice. Mm-hmm. That does sound fun. I really liked working with plants. That was really, really delightful. I don't care what kind of plant. It was really fun. I worked in the like strawberry department at my job. Ugh, so good. I miss that so much. Being shady and cutting corners. Yeah, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That makes sense. Yup. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's annoying. I'm all for organic medicines, help folks. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Test places, since they can't have these places in nice areas. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's some DuPont stuff. Oh, that's bad. Ooh, that's scary. I don't blame you for leaving that. Ooh. Mm. Mm-mm. Foul. No, thank you. Ooh. Ooh, that gives me the ick. Yeah, I would leave that too. I don't doubt that the facility I worked at was doing some bad stuff too. They have a weird reputation, and the information that they gave us was odd. I never knew what was happening ever. I was just like, I enjoy my job. I go to my job and I come home, and it's okay. So, mm, damn. Yeah, that's very reminiscent of DuPont and all of that nonsense. Ew. Ew, ew, ew. I don't trust the legal cannabis world right now. Right, yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. And you can do so much with plants. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's fair. That's reasonable. Ooh, that's interesting. Well, the so the like, and you might already know this. I might be mansplaining something to you, but the organic certification takes years to obtain, and so it would make sense that a place would scrub that a little bit because it takes something like 7 years to obtain because you have to test run over until it tests correctly, and it takes years to make that happen. Um, so that's interesting. Wonder if they figured a workaround. That's gross. Coconut core, which is like the most neutral type of soil you can obtain. But you can more people are having anxiety because they just keep making it stronger than it needs to be. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. No, that's fair. Mm-hmm. I would much rather grow own food. Yeah, that makes sense. It's a really handy like neutral growing medium. It's helpful. Also fun to play with. I really liked um, prep days because we would just play in the dirt all day. It was awesome. Yeah, I get it. That's also how I felt. I only left because they had a restructuring. They went bankrupt. And so they laid off like a shit ton of people. I would like to go back. They're hiring people again, but unfortunately, there's like a conflict of interest for me to work there now, which is stupid because we worked there previously and there weren't any issues. My ex that I was talking about earlier works there, um, but we worked together and there wasn't any issues previously. And he's also told them, he's like, they can literally use me as a reference. Like, but so lame. I would love to work there again. But also, they're probably still the same weird, like, kind of confusing stuff going on. I don't know. I don't know. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. Grass is always greener, but I really don't like my job right now. I really don't like it. I don't like um, the medical field very much like I thought I would. I thought it was a cool opportunity, and it was, and I have grown in a lot of ways, but I think I'm over it, dude. I'm over it. My schedule is awful. Um, the team is weird, and the communication is punitive, and I hate it. I hate it. It's bad. Ah. Mm-hmm. That does sound like a cool job. Genuinely, it sounds kind of cool. But it makes sense that, like, it's complicated. Could be so much better, but the restrictions. What do they restrict? Like, what's the thing that you see the most that makes your job ass? Is it the like the way they control your appearance? Because that would be enough for me. Like, I hate that stuff. I hate it so much. Mm-hmm. I get that. I mean, that's where I'm at also. I'm like, I just want to build this channel up and see if I can either not have to work full time, or something. Because the things that I want to go to school for really expensive, and the job market right now is really awful, and so it feels pointless to go to school for any reason right now. It doesn't matter what I want to go for. Um, yeah, I don't know. Makeup, hair, no talking, other coworkers in the room, the evilness of trying to keep them playing, even if the show signs of addiction. Oh, that sucks. No, that makes sense. Yep. Yeah. No, that makes mm-hmm. I would have issues with that too. That's fair. Like, you know, this is doing harm to this person, but it's your job to keep them going. That's ass. That would scare me. Yeah, that would scare me too. Why are these things still imported out of order? The heck? Have a fun game show of my own that we could. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I support it. Sorry, my friend texted me. No fracture, just weird, swollen, and like blood pooling underneath the toenail. So that's not so bad, I guess. Ugh. She was there first. She just got home. That's like 5 hours. My god. Just for a non answer. Lame. I'm glad it's not like anything crazy or bad, though. Our hospital's so inefficient. Ugh. They want us to have some bizarre character, but not be human. That's interesting. Yeah, that makes sense because they would be like, um, you know, this is your little persona at work, which I suppose, but yeah, that's odd. It's almost like you're an actor. Hmm. That job does sound interesting, but I don't know if I would be into that either. I'm so confused. This footage is imported into my track, but it's not showing up. I don't know what's happening. That means it's somewhere in this, and I just can't find it. Lame. Sometimes I'll be sarcastic and like AI. That's funny. That does sound fun. Being able to mess with people like that, that sounds really fun. Oh, like culturally, maybe there's some struggle there. I didn't really think about that. Hmm. I suppose so. And probably gambling culture is different. Our way of entertaining other Americans is offensive. Huh. That's interesting. Hold on, I'm telling my My friend, her rights as a patient. She was like, do I have to get an x-ray if they order one? And I'm like, no, you have the right to refuse any service they want to give you, even if it's a bad idea. You have the right to refuse anything. Hold on. Our players will love what we do, but then the bosses will tell us to stop. Oh, that's interesting. So like, you're seeing good results, but because the boss doesn't super understand it, they tell you to stop. Interesting. Yeah, that's kind of a weird place to be in. Hmm. My goodness, so much footage. It's so interesting. I'll have like footage where I'm like adjusting some of my tools or something, and it takes like 5 minutes. It's like 5 minutes of footage where I'm not doing anything. I need to get better at shutting off my camera when that happens because it's a bummer to edit through. Been here over a year now, and it's the easiest job, pays great, but the stress of this BS is killing me. I get it. I get that. That's, yeah, that's how I feel about my current job. Like, the job itself is fine, but the team is weird, and it's stressful, and there's always something going wrong, and it's always like we're putting out fires when that should not be how a hospital pharmacy is running. It's kind of obscene, actually. Editing is fun when it goes right. I've been having a lot of technical issues recently because I learned a lot more about computers, and I was like, oh, let's do this and this and this. But then, I don't know. I've been having issues. Well, because I changed the way that I obtain my files. I went from like doing a physical file transfer to a Google Drive transfer, which is not working. It's really bad. It imports super slow and out of order. So I'm gonna start doing external hard drives. I wonder if this phone would let me do that. I don't know. It should. Yeah. I'm gonna start doing external hard drives because I can't do this nonsense anymore. It's kind of awful. I really like editing though. Like when it's working, I'm having fun. But the last like 3 videos I've made, it's not been very fun. Which is too bad. But I still did it. Like last time, I had to go through and... Oh, I should save this also. I thought I had it on autosave, but I guess it didn't. Because I had to restart my computer yesterday because I don't know what happened. It all of a sudden just like stopped working. So I rebooted it and it didn't save any of my progress for the last 2 days. And it was really upsetting. So I'm going back and I'm redoing everything that I did. Oh boy. Upsetting. Wish I knew more about computers. Every time I think I know stuff about computers and I'm like feeling okay, I don't know anything. So, I get that. You've still never owned a computer. That's funny. We had, when I was a kid, we had one of those, like, not tube TV, but, like one of those huge, big computers that weighs like 80 pounds. And it made these awful noises. That's funny. Cole Stefani, hello. How's it going? How's it going? Born in 1990, so I remember all this. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Everything's going too fast. That's fair. I hear that. Yes, one of the green ones. Yes. Yeah. And it made such weird noises. And then eventually we upgraded to one that wasn't green. Um, we had that forever. We had that computer forever. And then when we got a laptop, it was like the craziest thing ever. And that was in like 2000. I don't even know. Um, 2015, I want to say. Cole Stefani, I don't know why my lives are like this. No, you're absolutely correct. I never have very many viewers on live, probably because I don't stream very often. But no, I'm absolutely with you. That's really funny. I don't know. I have no idea. I guess I could be better at notifying people. But again, I don't stream very often, so my channel isn't going to really notify people very much. Um, I can be your manager. No, I'm good. I'm a good manager on my own. Thanks, though. That's funny. Is something wrong? No. And also, this live stream is more for me than it is for anybody else. Um, I'm still new to this live thing. Only recently started watching things because I've been homesick. That's fair. That's fair. So very strange. Some of the channels. Yeah. It is weird. You know, if I ever get more into, I'll see you later. If I ever get more into streaming, maybe I'll pursue doing this, better. But it's okay. Usually I have more people, but not today, and that's okay. Don't like the majority of it. That's fair. Especially, I feel like TikTok lives are particularly scary, in my opinion. Um, because there's also so many streamers out there that are just like, and it's scary. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. I refuse to use that app. That's fair. I should never have started using that app. Um, yeah. Yeah. And yeah, the fact that you're like looking up their nose the whole time, super cool. Super cool. And the fact that people can like pay you to do stuff on live is weird. Um, I have feelings about that too, especially with TikTok Live. It's a lot on there. It's scary. A lot of exploitment, tons of Asian dance stuff. Yes, yes, yes. It's pretty bad. It's scary. I don't like it. No, no. Don't like it. Oh man, I love it when sleeping videos. What is that? Those freak me out because it has to be like some kind of fetish thing. It has to. Um, yeah, those scare me. Yep. Yep. So much of live streams are like fetish content and it's scary. I don't like it. Like, how are these folks getting paid? Yeah. Well, yeah, because you can, like, gift money as they stream to, like, do things. It's scary. It's really scary. Yeah, absolutely. I don't understand. It makes me think about, like, if you've ever seen, oh, what's that movie called? It's got Jim Carrey in it. Hmm. Dang. Dude, I can't think of what it's called. But he's like on a show, but he doesn't know it, and they've filmed his whole life, and his whole life is manufactured. Um, and the movie is him like learning what's happening. And anyway, it reminds me of that. It's scary. Truman Show, thank you. Oh my god, thank you. Jesus. I don't mind live musicians, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, live musicians aren't so bad. That's kind of fun. Or like people that do cooking. Cooking is kind of fun. Yeah, yeah, that movie's really good. That one's, yeah, that one's kind of crazy. A little scary. And yeah, definitely more real than I would like. Oh. Sometimes I edit something and I'm like, what's happening? Oh, I'm so over this. It's gonna be done soon. It's gonna be done soon. It's going to be done soon. I'm killing it. Everything is great. I'm doing wonderful. I'm still going even though frustrating things have happened. Also gotta stop and use the bathroom here in a minute. Oh, and let the dog out. On YouTube, I make custom dolls. So right now I do a lot of shorts, but I'm editing the long form version of the videos I've been making. So hold on. Ooh. I just like film my process on how I make stuff. So my most recent one is this gal. She's supposed to be like a humanized version of Chicken Little from like the early 2000s movie. Her stand is the like piece of the sky that falls out. So this is just like processes of is what I do usually. Ah. Yay! The dog doesn't come up here very often, but if he does, I will show you. He's not my dog either. He's my roommate's dog. His name is Kenneth. He's a good boy. A little high energy for me, just because dogs are not my favorite. He's very, very high energy, which is fine. Great dog, but sometimes I'm like, oh, you're too extroverted for me. He's a good guy. Good guy. Good guy. I got too many hobbies, and so I'm at a loss as to pick which thing. Dude, I feel that. So that's why I chose dolls, is because it kind of puts all of my interests and all of the things that I do in one place. Because it's, you know, it's sculpting, it's writing, it's um, designing, it's like all of my things in one place. Making clothes, like, that's why I chose this. Because it's, and I learn new things all the time with it. Yeah, it took a while to get used to the dog thing. Did you see why they're special? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Still prefer cats. Yeah, I get that. It's more convenient to have a pet cat than it is a dog. Because if you leave or whatever, the cat's gonna be fine, but the dog you have to like make amends for. Oh, speaking of dogs, hold on. I'm supposed to be dog sitting. I need to check my dates because she told me later in the day than I thought, and I just remembered. Jesus. Afternoon. Okay, just the evening. Oh, okay, sounds good. So I'll do that around 5. Cool, cool. I'm all over the place, and I've been told if you do too much in one channel. Yeah, I tried that. I tried really hard to like do all of my stuff in one place, and the algorithm freaks out. It's not working. Yeah, they do, which is unfortunate because like why can't I be multifaceted? But I'm trying to figure out a format that would let me do that, but it's kind of difficult. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm going to use the restroom really fast. I will be right back, and I'm gonna let the dog out while I'm down there. BRB. Don't you go anywhere. Don't you folks at home go anywhere. Multiple channels for each outlet. Yeah, I've considered that, but I don't want to do that. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. We're back. Dog has been let out. Good stuff. Ooh, how's everybody doing? How's it going? Anything crazy happen while I was gone? Did my cat freak out? She's on the couch over there. Hold on. Her name is Felony. And for good reason. Oof. Cool. Cool. All right. Lovely. Oh boy. I'm so over this. It's almost done. It's almost done. I'm getting there. I'm so frustrated at this project. Ugh, it was going so smoothly. It's okay. It's alright. It's alright. It'll have to be tweaked either way, so it's okay. Boop. Lovely. Why does the live drain the phone battery so much? Fair. It drains mine also. I have to have mine plugged in whenever I stream because it's, which is weird. Like I don't understand because it's just, yeah, harder to type because cord is short. Fair. um. Boop. Boop, boop, boop. Lovely. Okay. I'm adjusting bits of footage on the fade. It's almost done. How come this is longer? Last time I edited it, this was done in 5 minutes, and this is 10 minutes, so I'll have to adjust that. How is it different? Yeah, no, I don't understand how that would be different towards, like, regular streaming or watching any other video, but I ain't no computer guy, as previously discussed, so, you know. It's windy. It's windy as hell. I was gonna take myself to the river, but it's not very river friendly right now. I should have done it yesterday. Oh well. I was kind of in pieces yesterday, so it's okay. Not much better off today, but that's alright. I had a really weird emotional week. I had somebody not attack me, but like kind of come for me a little bit in a way where I was like, this is not necessary. Let's figure this out like rational people. And he came back and was like, I'm sorry. The way that you responded to me proved that I was wrong. And I'm like, yeah, dude, you were. And his it was weird. It was strange. And then I got really frustrated at a coworker this week and approached her and was like, dude, let's figure that out. And I'm still really mad about it, but it's okay. And those things, I'm trying very hard in my life to like get better at conflict resolution, not only from like having the conversation in general, but recognizing in my son it's because of this. Let's talk about it and address it so that I don't have to feel like this anymore. But the problem is that I'm trying to budge for anybody. She's not willing to change for anyone. And I knew that going into the conversation, and I was like, I'm still going to express myself. I'm still going to say the thing, even if it's not going to matter. And it sure as hell didn't matter. And I'm still mad about it. But it's whatever. It's okay. It's okay. It took a lot of emotional energy for me to even start that conversation. And it's really disappointing that that's not met with like any kind of constructive anything. Part of it was a misunderstanding that I have more like understanding and knowledge of now, and we formed a plan, but I'm still not satisfied because it's really stupid in my opinion. But whatever. And also, how much effort do I put into it, because she's every now and then, and so I'm like, do I really pursue this, or do I just move on and get over it? I take things too personally. That's an objective fact about me too, so that's something to consider as well. Yeah, the conversation with the other guy, because usually what I'm used to people doing is doubling down um, on what they did, and he did not. He took a step back. My bad. I'll adjust. And I was like, cool. No hard feelings. We had a hard moment. We'll move on. It's all right. But still a lot of emotional energy from me this week. And oh. I also have, I think I was talking about this earlier. I have recently obtained a formal diagnosis for OCD, and I struggle really hard with something that my brain grips onto is like morals. If I haven't just right, I like can't let go of it. And so I'm currently struggling on like letting go of that scenario that happened, because my brain is convinced that like I did it wrong, but it's just OCD shit. Nasty customers in retail. You're being attacked. Why? Ooh. They came back and apologized. Yeah. Completely unaware. They glitch harder if you they glitch harder. That's funny. Yeah, and that's what I know about this person too, is that like if I had gone any harder, it would have escalated. And so I wasn't willing to push anymore. I got what I needed out of her, and so I'm going to escalate it to a supervisor so that I know what's actually going on, because part of the situation is the fact that she agreed with the supervisor that she's not going to do certain tasks, which in practicality for her job that does make sense. But in practicality for the fact that we only have her on board when we're understaffed and need like help getting these tasks done that she's not doing, that doesn't make sense. So I'm gonna talk with my supervisor and clarify on what that means, because if we decided that she's not doing those tasks, great, then I know what to expect, instead of just sitting there being like, why the hell isn't she helping me? Because that's everybody feels that way about her, like literally everybody. And so that should have been communicated more clearly so that we knew what to do. Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. But it's alright. I'm trying to like do my best to understand my role in it too, because I was frustrated because I wasn't getting help, but I also didn't necessarily ask for help directly. So that's on me. But I don't super want to beg somebody to do their job either. I don't know. We're all at different levels of enlightenment. Right, yeah, no, that's fair. And the thing about her is interesting because she's really wicked smart. She's so smart. But she's a jerk. Like, she has so much knowledge, but she's not very nice about it, at least in my opinion. Again, I take things too personally. So that's a flaw on my end. But I'm not the only one that feels this way, so I know it's not fully on me. Even the people that are like super close with her, they're like, yeah, no, the way she gives feedback is, she's a jerk. I don't know if anybody has leveled on that. I'm sure somebody has, but she told me this during our discussion. She was like, well, I'm not changing for anybody, which on a certain level, I respect. To be real, like I respect people that can come into a space and just fully be themselves and move on. Because I am not that way. I have a tendency to chameleon so that I stay safe. Because I don't want these people knowing anything about me. But like, I don't know. There's a line where you cross where that's truly just inconsiderate and selfish. Because, well, this is just who I am. Okay, well, you're actively hurting people, so maybe figure that out. But I don't know. Academia smart and intuitive smart are very different things. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, she's like academia smart for sure. Which in medicine gets you really far. It just does. So oblivious to things. Yeah. Well, and I feel like um, my, not to be like self, I don't know, important, but I do think that my emotional intelligence is pretty high. And so I'm always in tune with that. And I struggle with people that are never in tune with that because what do you mean you can't just like think about somebody else's experience and empathize with them and adjust? Why is that such a big ask? Because that's not a big ask for me. That's just natural for me. But not a lot of people are in tune with that. But to me, that's like bare minimum. Like being emotionally responsible with other humans. That's bare minimum. I don't know. Well, thank you. That's very nice of you. I appreciate it. I try really hard. Again, I struggle with like moral OCD and obsessions with that. So I'm always convinced that I'm like awful. Of course I'm not, but it's really funny, actually. It's a little bit funny. Because my brain is like, you're actually secretly a murderer, probably. But I'm over in the corner shivering because I used the wrong tone with somebody and am afraid that I was mean to them. I don't know. What an absurd thought pattern that my brain has. So silly. So silly. This rule is real. It's really strange. It's really odd. Um, I need to laugh at it more because when I was really struggling with, I've had these type of symptoms my entire life. When I was really struggling with, like health related compulsions, it had to do with cancer mostly. I was convinced that I had like 7 types of cancer. And it would change on the daily what type of cancer that I was convinced that I had. And this sounds so absurd, but it's absolutely something that I've struggled with for such a long time. It was so awful and unbearable. Um, anyway, eventually I learned that leaning into the fact that it's absurd was actually really helpful. Being able to see the fact that what I was feeling and experiencing wasn't real. It was manufactured by my brain to try to keep me safe from a disastrous scenario. Which is fair. Thank you, brain. Appreciate you. But like, stop. Chill out, please. Yeah. Anyway, so I would start like laughing at myself, being like, uh-oh, my toe hurts. It's the toe cancer. It's gonna get me. And it helped a lot. We can all rewire the brain and how it thinks to get through. Yeah. Yeah. I Absolutely. Yeah, no, for sure. No, I've lived through that. I'm very well versed in that nonsense. Which is why getting a formal diagnosis is very helpful because I now know that it's like not a choice, I guess. Now I'm aware that it's just something that my brain does, and I don't know. Um, yeah, and it's not like I'm saying to myself, uh, it's the toe cancer, and I believe that. It's like I'm laughing at myself on from that thought process because it's absolutely absurd. And this was years ago. Thankfully, I have more or less. I've not fully recovered from my health related anxieties, but I like don't think about it pretty much ever unless I am experiencing some other stressor. Sometimes that'll come in, or if I have a regular like cold or something, it will come in, and it's pretty distressing. Or if somebody around me is sick, it's hard. Um, but thankfully, I'm like more or less moved on from my brain in that area. Other areas, not so much, but that's all right. I do a lot of exposure therapy for myself pretty much constantly because it's the only thing that works. And I've learned how to do it and I've gotten pretty good at it. It's hard though. My God. And I learned how to do that like before I got any type of diagnosis, before I was aware of what was happening. I was doing that for myself because I realized what was going on. And yeah, it was rough. All on my own. And I was a kid. It was rough. Trying to help folks stop saying it is what it is. Yeah, the yeah. No, I'm with you on that. I there is something to like because of this thought process is different to me just because of what I know about myself because I fully understand what you're saying. I have a different opinion of that because so much of my brain's like wiring is trying to control situations, and it takes a lot of coping mechanisms and coping abilities to accept the fact that I can't control anything. So saying it is what it is to myself, or something like that, of trying to accept the situation at hand instead of trying to control it, is huge and really important. But it depends on what you're dealing with, because if it's something that you can control and like adjust for your life, absolutely, like go do that thing. It's not it is what it is. You are in control. Let's move on. But for me, saying, I can accept this, or it is what it is, or I just have to let it be, is a really really hard thing for me to cope with, and it's something that I have to build in my brain actively. Um, for me, it's not really a negative, like dismissive thing. For me, it's building own, because that's what I struggle with the most. I'm in a lower state of thinking negative things and people flock to you. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, for sure. Those things will reflect on you pretty quickly. Um, yeah, as soon as I get more like secure in myself, I find more secure people. It's great. It's good stuff. It's hard work though. Goddamn. Ooh, coping is all right to start off, but then it too needs to dissolve into something better. Yeah, I am. Yeah, creating like a baseline for being okay with the unknown. It's really really difficult. Um, yeah, it's troublesome, but it's okay. It's all right. I think I could be doing a lot worse, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the goal is not to run from the fact that I yeah, the goal is not to run from it. I spend a lot of time right now running to uncomfortable situations, so that I can feel capable of addressing them and living them out. Which is why this week has been so exhausting, is because I never initiate conflict ever, or like initiate a conversation about conflict, especially when it's only on my side. Because if somebody initiates with me and is like, hey, this was really frustrating to me, immediately I'm like, oh, let's figure this out. Let's go. I never do it for myself, though. I get defensive, in which case that is like, might as well not have a conversation. Once I'm defensive, it's over. It's so bad. But I'm getting better. Which is why I'm initiating conflict more, because there's only one way that's going to get better. There's only one way to do that, and that's by doing it over and over until it makes sense. And I did okay, right? Like, I am comparing my ability to communicate with somebody who's really lacking in that area. So, I should not weigh my abilities against a situation that's, one, really new and hard, and two, probably not going to have a good result, even if you are a really good communicator. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, we'll get past it eventually. It's just rough. And it's embarrassing to me that I have to try so hard at this, because it feels like everybody else is great at it. But I guess I don't think that's actually true. I think I'm just making that up. Conflict is hard no matter what. But I've got to start, like, I've got to start communicating for myself, because it's so bad. I would rather just stay miserable than have that conversation, because it feels like I'm dying when we have that conversation. It's so bad. Ugh. It's the worst. But that's okay. It'll get better. It'll get easier eventually. This job has forced a lot of that for me, which I do appreciate. It's been really, really difficult. But it's forced me to kind of dig in and be like, no, dude, I'm not satisfied with this communication. And with every single person that I work with, that conversation has never gone well, but we'll build tolerance for that too, I guess. Absolutely. Yeah, and it's so interesting because, like, cognitively, I know that one, communicating your needs will benefit your relationship, regardless of who you're communicating with. You know, communicating and bringing up things that are pretty much only benefits people. Cognitively, I know that, but my nervous system is hardwired to think conversation that I have failed because, well, it didn't go right in the first place, so obviously I'm the worst. And, like, cognitively, I know that that's not true, but my nervous system is not convinced. My nervous system is not caught up with the person that I want to be yet, and it's very frustrating. It sucks. It'll get better, and it already is getting better. Like, this last time, I was not as panicked as I was the first time I tried to have this type of conversation with a similar person. Oh my god, I was shaking for 2 hours that first time. This one was like maybe 15 minutes. It'll get there. You're like in the middle of it all. Yeah, yeah, it is. It's rough. And I'm also in my early 20s, so I'm not going to be good at this. I'm not going to be good at this at all. It's okay. It's okay that I'm not good at it. It's fine. It's fine. It's a hard skill that nobody teaches you. It's fine. I'm doing better than most. Probably. Or maybe I shouldn't compare it like that. Maybe that's unhealthy as well. I don't know. Hard to say. Hard to say. Won't happen in one night. Yeah, no, for sure. It will not. It's so interesting because some days it feels so good and I'm like, boom, get out of here. But recently, that has not been the case. And that's all right. The younger Gen Z have had more programming, for lack of a better term, makes it harder. I That's really interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much programming I have other than because I was homeschooled, and I don't know how much that would change things. It might still like culturally be the same. I'm not sure. Um, I don't know. Um, but I do for sure know that. Oh, that's fair. Yeah, no, that's completely valid. I think that most of my stuff comes from growing up religious, to be honest. It's kind of bad. That is true. Yeah, that too, and like the media we consume. That's totally fair. Yeah, I think most of my stuff comes from religious upbringing, which for some is great. For others, it's not. For me, it was not awesome. It wasn't great. It wasn't awesome. It wasn't good. I did not have a good time. I can appreciate being brought up with those values because at their core, those values aren't so bad. But being moralized every 2 seconds, and I think this is where my moral obsessive compulsive thoughts come from. That's bad. That's really bad. I was convinced at an early age that I was evil, and so I believe that I'm evil. It's pretty cool. 10 out of 10. Mm-hmm. I do kind of passively look at my kitty cat. Look at her. She's so cute. Um, I do kind of passively believe. Oh, here's the footage I was missing. Why is it here? That's so weird. Whatever. Um, I do passively believe in like a higher force of some kind. Um, but not in the same way that I used to. It's not like my whole life like it used to be, which is nice because that was hard and didn't work and didn't support me and was honestly really distressful. I'm also glad you didn't have to deal with that because the like culture itself of religion, depending on what you're involved in, can be really, really awful. Because I have some friends who like grew up Mormon, and when she talks about her beliefs and stuff, I believe her. Like, I'm seeing that this works for you, and I fully believe that this is your thing. Um, but I do not have that experience. Because there's other people that talk about it so passionately. Like, I'm pretty sure you're faking it. Like, I don't believe you. Something feels off about this. Um, because of indoctrination. With a couple people, I'm like, oh, yeah, you belong here. This is good for you. I love this. It's very interesting. Um, you know, too much abuse. It's a lot of abuse. It's a lot of abuse. Um, it can be. I try not to like say to people definitively like you're being abused because you're in this thing, because not it's not like that for everybody. And those things are pretty important to people, and I understand that, but it's hard. Yes, yeah, the fact that it's used to control people, that's what really is horrific. Yeah, yeah, no, I fully agree. It's bad. It's bad out here. It's rough. What's happening? Yeah. Hope is a great thing, but if it comes at the cost of like controlling other people, I think that's crazy because. Oh man. Mm-mm. I don't like. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It's very odd. Indoctrination is a crazy thing. Why do I have duplicates of this footage? Hmm. Silly. Hey, I've edited 3 hours into 1 hour. Let's go. I'm a winner. Sometimes I look at my footage and I'm like, do I really need this? Do I need this 10-second footage of me adjusting a piece of hair? Do I really need that? 'Cause I don't think so. Yeah, I don't need that. I also have a bunch of footage of me um, fiddling around with my sewing machine. Because my sewing machine is a lovely piece of equipment. She's huge. She's right here. She's wonderful. She's from the 60s, and she is a like old industrial, what would be considered a embroidery machine for the time. Um, she's a beast, but sometimes when things go haywire, you have to adjust things a lot, and it takes. And it also weighs like, I want to say 70 pounds. It's heavy as hell. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Now I need to know. More than 50. That's definitely more than 50. For sure. 50 or above. She's thick. She's huge. But she's a beast. It works a lot better than the brand new sewing machine that I bought, or that I was given when I was first starting out sewing stuff. That machine makes me want to freak out. I love this machine though. Works like a dream. Complicated, but cool stuff. What time is it? 3:17. Cool. Very industrial, yes. It's also a great color. Like I love it, matches the walls. This just occurred to me. It matches the walls. Fascinating. Love it. Beautiful. I have a brother brand. Oh, nice. Oh, dude, yeah. No, that makes sense to me. I also get that where I like get something new and I have to learn a bunch about it before I start using it and I get overwhelmed and then I'm like, nope, not doing this. Um, yup, yup, yup. That's fair. Two regular machines. Yeah, mine does that too, and it's a lack of knowledge how to thread stuff so that the tension is right and it's all garbled. But this machine is better. I have a better time with this one. Mm-hmm. 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 I think my other machine is a Singer, and it's like a beginner's machine, and it worked fine. I probably just need to be more patient with it. I'm not sure. Last time I tried to use it, I got really frustrated. I also do that. I also have fabric that I'm like, this isn't meant to be used in this way, but I'll do it anyway, and then it goes haywire, and I'm like, well, oops. I also never change the needle. Yeah. Fuzzy boot covers. Oh, dude. Using faux fur or like anything hairy is the worst. Genuinely awful. Because it gets in your way and you can't see. It's bad. It's so bad. Yeah, die a little on the inside. Yeah, no, fully respect that. I understand. I understand. Making things with faux fur that are like little, like miniature, really hard. Um, mm, it's rough. I usually choose to hand sew those because I can feel it easier. But that comes with its own hardships as well. Funny thing is, my first project in life, I always chose silk. Ew! Yeah, silk is also rough. Um, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Fun to work with, but scary to work with as well. Mm-hmm. I hear you. Indeed. Oh, Asian dresses like I don't know what they're called, but I know what you're talking about. Nice. That's cool. Sewing is so complicated and difficult. And I know virtually nothing about it, to be honest, because I do miniatures. Like one of my friends does, they make clothes for themselves to wear all the time. And I'm like, they're doing like bias tape and all of that junk. No, thank you. Freaks me out. Making big clothes is scary. Oh, oh no. I sped something up and it got too speedy. Too speedy. Still fits from ninth grade. That's awesome. I love that. That's really fun. I loved wearing, or, well, I mean, I still do, but I love wearing things that I've made in public. It's delightful. And yeah, it's just so much fun. I love it. I built a hoodie with like a cool panel in the back that's like see through and lace and stuff. And the seams are not straight. Um, it's like kind of bad, but I don't care. It's really cool looking, and so I'm gonna wear it anyway. Um, it's really fun. I love that. I have also thought about that, and then I still keep buying things because I can't make stuff that quickly. I'm also not the most precise person. Again, I like to make artful things and not necessarily practical things. Um, Eventually, maybe I'll develop the skill to build practical things, but for now, I just do silly stuff. I know, I also enjoy thrifting a lot and then altering them and then making them cool. A lot of the clothes I'm altering right now are actually clothes from my ex because she left a good chunk of clothes with me before she left. Um, and so I'm like going through and getting rid of the stuff that isn't going to be useful and then using the stuff that looks kind of cool or that inspires me a little bit. Sometimes I think about it and it's a little bit awkward, but oh well. I don't know. I'm experimenting on stuff that is low stakes, you know? I don't know if what I'm editing, if this makes any sense. Yeah, I just gotta, here, I'll show you. I've been doing a lot of hoodies recently, from the thrift store that I'm gonna like take panels out. Quality bad. I just had a jump in like weird connectivity. I'm so sorry. For the longest time, nothing out there was my style, so I had to craft it. Yeah, that's fair. I feel that. Yeah. Oh, the shitty the quality is. I thought you were talking about the video. Okay, cool. The quality might be bad too, but I have this little hoodie with the like, this classic painting on the back, and I really want to like cut bits into it and add an overlay or like an insert of this fabric with cool like patterns and stuff. We'll see where that goes. I have not planned it out yet because I don't know on what scale I want to do it at. And I'm still planning, still figuring that out. But I'm very excited about it because I think the colors look really cool together. And I think the design I'm thinking about will be cool. But I don't quite know yet if I want to do like wave patterns, if I want to do different shapes. I'm not quite sure yet. Or if I want to alter the shape itself prior to adding the overlays or whatever's. Kind of using it like an applique almost. I don't know. I don't know yet. The scale is what I'm having a hard time with right now, is thinking through how big I want the panels to be and what shapes I want. I don't know if I want to be geometric or like wavy or do I? I'm not sure. I'm thinking about it a little too hard. I should draw out some concepts for it so that I don't feel quite so weird about it. But yeah, the colors are nice. And I bought that like woven blue one for this exact purpose, but I wasn't sure what I was going to use it with yet. And then I saw this hoodie and I was like, oh. Yeah, I've been meaning to sketch up some stuff, but I've been so ingrained on working on this that I've been not thinking about that at all. It's like, do I want to crop it? Do I want to take the pocket off? I don't know. Because I cropped the other one pretty heavily. And took the pocket off. But I feel like I want this one to be full length, but I don't know if I like the way that looks on me. I don't know. Now my brain is really thinking about it. I want to figure it out. I'll go till 4 o'clock and then I'll have to take a break on this because this is crazy. I've been at this for 5 hours. You have kept me locked in and I appreciate that. Because I was struggling to focus and I really want this done soon. Having to restart was devastating. Lovely. Ooh, I like that. But again, I have edited 3 hours down to 45 minutes, so I'm killing it. Yeah, I really appreciate you sticking this out with me. I was having a hard time getting any focus. Again, some of this footage, I'm like, do we really need this? Is this really what we're doing right now? Which is nice, because then I can just delete it, and then I don't have to go through looking at it up and down and left and right. On this one, I don't have to spend a lot of time on, because this is when I made the wrong color shirt. And then realized that I made the wrong color shirt and was like, oh, well, I don't need any of this. Ah, no. A little thingy jumps around. I do have like a wireless mouse using the like mouse pad thing, which kind of sucks. But I'm doing it to myself because I own a mouse. This wouldn't have to be so bad. Yeah, I do a lot of work for this and get paid very little. Very little. Like 300 a month is where I'm at right now, which is nice. It's nice to have that expendable income. Genuinely, very helpful. But I'm not going to be able to live on that. And for the amount of hours that I put into this, that's crazy. It's like 2 cents an hour if you get down to it. Hold on, what is the math there? I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't want to think about it. Yeah. Yeah, and I kind of hate that I participate in that because shorts are what I make most of the time because those are more successful. Um, but at least the stuff that I'm making isn't like brain rot, I'm hoping, and usually mine are longer. But because I prefer editing the long form videos, but the algorithm prefers the shorter ones, and I've found a lot of success with the shorter ones. Um, but I do feel bad that I'm participating in this, even though it's not necessarily my fault. I figured out what worked, and I'm just doing what I can. Sometimes I feel guilt about participating in this, but I don't know. Oh, well, thank you. You do not have to, but thank you very much. It's all very silly stuff. I like making silly stuff. I grew up with silly stuff. There's kind of not a serious bone in my body. Until there is. But there's a clinical reason for that, come to find out. Right, yeah. Right, yeah, we can use the thing that's evil to do good. I don't know how I feel about that. Hard to say. It's kind of difficult. I think about it a lot. Boop, boop. It is difficult because of the algorithm. Like, what is successful is the thing that's hurting people. So why do I participate in that? But again, it's working, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Feels kind of shitty. They ban and block too much of the good. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you because my stuff is. I feel like my content is not too bad, but it doesn't go very far. On YouTube, it does, but the other platforms do not like me for what reason. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I try to just do my thing. It'll be fine. And I am attracting the ones who get it. Like the people are here for it, they stick around. It's good. Um, I very, very rarely get negative comments, like ever. Um, every now and then there'll be a weirdo, but for the most part, I've developed a good little system of people. It's pretty great. I'm very grateful. Except for that one time, but that's different. That's okay. I made a video about, so I have a pet turtle, and I've had this pet turtle forever. And I recently learned, because when I got him, I was like 14, and so my mom helped me set up everything and figure everything out. And so I thought that the research that we did there was enough. Turns out we should have been doing more for him, and I just didn't know. And so I learned all the things that I needed to learn, and I've adjusted, and I like put his tank back in order in a way that is, well, I got him a bigger one and adjusted a bunch of stuff for him, and things are things are better. And it's not like he was like dying or anything. He was very happy, but there are things I didn't know that I was doing wrong. Here's what I worked on today, and it was me getting his previous tank in order. Um, absolutely came for me. Like the project itself wasn't done yet. I was still in the process of getting him a bigger tank. Like I was still figuring out um, all of the things for him and doing all the research. And I made it clear in that video, and people called me abusive, people called me neglectful, and I was like, Jesus Christ, that was awful. That was a really bad experience. I really didn't like that. And what, because I became as good as it could have been, um, I don't know. Um, I don't, I'm gonna be real, I don't think so. Because it was like very targeted. I mean, it might have been. I don't know how that works. So I also, again, take things too personally. Uh, it might have been. It might have been. But anyway, after that, because I realized, like, sure that he's like doing okay. I took him to the vet to make sure that nothing else was awry. Um, and what you're coming at me with all these concerns that you're not taking well enough care of him, which is fair. Um, but what I'm seeing is that you're taking too good of care of him because he's fat. Which is honestly pretty funny. Because, like, easy thing to fix. I just won't feed him as well. That's fine. I was worried that he was being underfed, so I fed him too much. My turtle's fat. That makes sense. Yeah, you can just, like, throw the attitude back at them. That's fair. Um, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I have not seen a fat turtle before either. I had no idea. So that's cool. Cool that I was taking too good of care of him. Mm, bummer. Oh, I love sliders. Sliders are pretty cute. They're not the most friendly turtles, but they're cute. Oh, they were the big ones? That's cool. Tortoises are so cool. Marissa, hello. Hi, Marissa. What's up? Oh, that's interesting. I feel like I don't know what part of the world red-eared sliders are indigenous to, but I wonder if that was a pet or something. I don't know. I don't. Maybe because they exist here in the wild, but that's very different. Greetings, feline. What part? And you do not have to answer this. What part of the world are you living in? I'm just curious. But you do not have to answer that at all. They are not native, but are here now. Oh, okay. Interesting. That happens a lot. So they're kind of maybe considered invasive at that point. Or maybe not invasive, because to be invasive, maybe they have to be considered harmful? I'm not sure. Pennsylvania. Oh, interesting. I was in that area like a year ago. Right? Is that where we went through? I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Let me just make sure. I don't know. Because I went through. Oh, and my phone hates Google Maps so very much. I didn't know you had a snapping turtle. Word. That's neat. Okay, so there's Pennsylvania. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Wait, is that where Pennsylvania is? Am I silly? What the hell? Oh, I got confused. Okay, I understand now. So Pennsylvania is. What the hell? You guys, I might be stupid. My geography knowledge is. Yeah. Okay, great. I traveled to West Virginia a while ago, and we had to go through some weird stuff in an airport in that area. That took me too long to figure out because my maps was acting like a little baby. Snapster. That's fun. East Coast, Northeast, yeah. That makes sense that it's expensive. Mm. Yeah, I was supposed to move to West Virginia, but life didn't pan out that way. And you know what? That's alright. Stuff changes. I did fall in love with that area, though. God, it's beautiful up there. My goodness. I'd love to go back in the fall sometime. Because, oh, I was there for a wedding, and they just had the wedding at like a national park area. And, oh my God. Ugh, gorgeous. I'm obsessed with that area. It's so lovely. And that's the farthest I've ever traveled from my home state, so I was like, I'll move here. I'll move here. I'll do it. And then it didn't work out, but that's okay. Maybe some other time. Yeah, are you guys okay? We're having another crazy weather event, and little sis moved here, moved there for a few years, stayed there until this day. Still get to hang with them for revisits. Interesting. Huh. Yeah. It's nice that you get to visit. Um, it's a great area. It really is. I still think about it. We were in the like, oh, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my God. That's awful. That's horrific. I'm really sorry. Oh, he visits you. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, life is weird like that. Sometimes people just leave in more ways than one, and it's crazy. I feel like we were talking about that last time I was streaming too. Oh my God, Marissa, I'm so sorry. Jesus. That is a horrible few months. I'm really sorry. I don't blame you for wanting to move. That's awful. That's a really intense thing to experience back to back. That's a lot to recover from. Your kids doing okay? Why isn't this working? There we go. Oh, God. So you didn't have your support system, and he didn't have you. That's awful. Yikes. Scary. I'm glad your kids are all right. That's crazy that Ramona's starting college. I kind of can't believe that we're that old. It's so odd how long I've known you and we've never met. It's so interesting. Oh, my family by now. God, that is surreal. Loss is such a weird thing. It still doesn't. It's so weird. Yeah, Marissa and I have known each other a really long time. It's long standing stuff. But we only catch up every now and then. So we always have like we fill each other in. Yeah, it doesn't feel real. That loss and that grief and that like it's really hard to process. It's, it's so odd. Yeah, you've been like day one, Marissa. I was probably like 16 when we met. I don't even know. I was a little guy when we met. Oh my God, who's texting me? I'm scared. Okay, cool. No, not Daniel. Hello. How's it going? Right, yeah. Yeah, it's nice to have people in your life like that that you can just like kind of catch up with and um, just show up and it's, you know, the same as before. I'm glad that you have other good support in your life because that's hard losing that many people and then what do you do? I mean, ugh, yikes. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, yeah. That's, yep. I remember, yeah, where I like really connected with you. Um, During Ramona's coming out. I remember that vividly. Wild. Wild stuff. She lost her one brother on the same date as my sis. Oh, weird. It's interesting how coincidences like that happen. Hmm. Interesting. The way I'm editing this is making me feel insane. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm glad you have somebody with you for that. I'm sorry you're going through that though. That's so hard. I can't imagine. Used to live with. Oh, huh. So yeah, you both get to grieve that. Yeah, it's unfortunate that your connection is built on that. Well, maybe it's not built on that, but it's too bad that you're both going through that, if that makes sense. No, you're fine. You're fine. This live stream always gets a little sad. I just have a tendency to do that. You're good. You're fine. It is what it is. Like we were talking about death last time. You know? Oh well. Yeah, we absolutely were. Yeah. I mean, whatever comes up, you know. I'll talk about pretty much anything. Mostly. It is life, unfortunately. Or fortunately, sometimes death is a better answer for some people. And I don't mean that in that sounded weird. I'm talking about like when people are ill, um, and it goes on too long, and that like caregiver grief of when is this going to end because you've been suffering along with them the whole time is sometimes the relief of that is also a weird experience. Anyway, thank you for knowing what I meant. I did not mean that like that. That sounded shitty. My bad. We distract with Guam facts. We do, yeah. Every now and then will discuss a little bit of Guam. It's very Guamy out there. So much Guam. Look at all this Guam. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to take a break from this in a minute. My eyes are going cross-eyed. I've got this bright light right here and then my computer. Ooh! I'm glad that between finding out my sister had cancer and she died, it's like 3 weeks. That's so crazy. That happens all the time where people get diagnosed and then they're gone. It happens all the time. Oh, bone cancer. Yeah. God, that one's so bad. They're all bad, but bone cancer is because it's so painful. That's horrific. I'm sorry that you had to watch somebody go like that. That's awful. That happens all the time. Yeah, as messed up as it is, like sometimes it's better to go fast because my last year, who's younger than me, from cancer, and she'd been fighting it since we were like 13. And that's too long. That's too long for a young life to go through. And it's just too long in general. She fought for 11 years. It's. And so fast, just. Yeah. Yeah. They did absolutely everything they could. Of course they did. Horrific. I still like can't process the fact that happened, that she's just gone. I'm still like I'm not in a mentally. I can't believe that she's gone. It's so strange. Right, yeah. It's true. Yeah, nothing is forever, dude, and you gotta appreciate what you have because you might not have it very long. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. Join the live stream late. That's all right. That is okay. Yeah, I might be winding down here soon. I'm not exactly sure. I want to get to the same point where I'm at yesterday before I had to restart this project. So frustrating. Oh, I should save while I'm here. While I'm thinking about that, I should save this file so that it's not gonna bite me in the ass later. I tend to always talk about them like usual, and those who don't know, they're gone. Or like, yeah, I also do that because it's like not real in my brain yet that they're gone. Yeah, I feel that. Like so and so, just the other day. Or like one of our oh my god, this was crazy. At the hospital I work at, one of our surgeons, and I don't know what happened, but one of our surgeons passed away like super suddenly. Um and like can't genuinely can't fathom. Like I still haven't processed that because I saw him in the hallway like 2 weeks ago. Look at my cat. He was alive 2 weeks ago, and what do you mean he's gone? What do you mean? I don't understand. Crazy. We're talking about light subjects like death. We should talk about taxes. Two things you can expect in this world are death and taxes, and that's all we got. Yeah. How about this thing over here? Look at this cat. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good cat. We can talk about that. We can talk about Guam. We can talk about how much Guam is in Guam. So much Guam. Oh my god. I've never seen so much Guam in my life. I don't know where that consistent taxes are voluntary allegedly. What's interesting? I have a uncle who committed tax evasion for I don't even know how long. A really long time. And he's still working on paying all that off. But now, so he owns this like I don't want to call it a tourist thing, but it's why can't I think of it? He owns like a camping site, if that makes sense. And then just this last like month or so, he was elected to be mayor of the town that he lives in, which is crazy to me. What do you mean he committed tax evasion for this such a long time? and was elected mayor. Like, don't you have to pass a background check or several before you do that? I don't understand. It takes about 4 hours to drive all around this Guam. Are you serious? Is that all? Is that all? I mean, we discussed this last time. Like, Guam is pretty little, but that's pretty. She's small. She's little. Political favors, possibly. Yeah, I have no idea. But the thing about this town that he's mayor of is it's a town of like, oh my god, what is the population? Hold on. Let me look it up. It's gotta be, it's less than 1,000 for sure. It's 244 people. So our mayor was in jail for letting people use the post office for drug sales. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Oh my god. That is so funny. Kind of messed up, but pretty funny. It sounds like there's not as much Guam in Guam as I had previously thought. It sounds like she's kind of small. God, that's so funny. Anyway, so the thing about my uncle being mayor of this town is the fact that the previous mayor was also the town drunk. So it's not like him being mayor has changed a whole lot for the... I heard you like Guam, so I got a more Guam for your Guam. Also, something about Guam is just like a funny word to me, too. I just like saying Guam. Good lord. I have a buddy from Bermuda, and they have really bad weather also. Guam, Guam, Guam. Fun fact, you cannot watch Iron Lung yet in Guam. That sucks. What do you mean? That's lame. Why not? That's weird. Yeah, no, they're definitely not that important at all. I just think Mark know about the Guam issue. You'd think he would be on top of that, given the situation. Okay, so Iron Lung was an independently, if you've ever heard of Markiplier, Iron Lung was an independently made film made by Markiplier, who anyway, it was this whole thing to like for people to watch. You know, low budget. It was only going to be in a couple specific theaters, and then it eventually was in pretty much all theaters. Like, we got it here, and I live in a super small, like, teeny tiny rural community. I was not expecting it to come here. Anyway, it was a huge deal that he got, like, so much reach with it, but apparently it hasn't reached Guam, which I think is silly. You know, that makes sense, Marissa. That's understandable. Okay, so I have follow-up questions. Is it because the scenario of the submarine is too real and you don't want to think about that? Or is it because Josh gets really into the fact that they're in a submarine and he's like, that's not how that would go, or he's like talking about submarines the whole time? Or is it both? Yeah, it's essentially just a movie that was made by um, a YouTuber, and it was a huge deal that it became like nationally successful and was like, it was top box office stuff for a couple days. It was huge because it was built with a budget less than a million. I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong on that, but low budget. Yes to all of the above. That's fair. That makes sense. Down Periscope. Interesting. I don't know if I'll be watching that anytime soon. But if I do, I'll let you know. And you should tell Josh about it. It's pretty funny. The front doors. I haven't seen that. To go down with Titanic, the submarine, and he brought his son thinking that it would keep him safe, but it blew up anyways. Yeah. Is did they make a movie about that? Did they? Or the old submarine too? Yeah. Yeah. Was that all the? Yes, I remember that. I remember when that happened. That was crazy. It was just in the news. They should make a movie out of it, honestly. Or should they? Maybe that's messed up. I don't know. That was crazy though. Bunch of these billionaire weirdos. Ugh, absurd. I remember that. He knew something they didn't want to show, I guess. Oh, that's fair. That makes sense that you heard a lot about that person. I'm sure Josh was like, what the hell? Yeah, that makes sense. Oh man. I forgot that that happened. And like honestly, how could you forget? But I did somehow. Spontaneously spouse nonsense. That's what you've been doing this whole time. Which is fine. It's funny. It's good. Gotta love how they don't care to off you and your kids for the sake of their plans. Yeah, who knows? Who even knows? That whole scenario was crazy. And like, what would possibly be in the Titanic that they're worried about? I don't know. If that is a thing, what could possibly be down there that they're concerned about? Maybe that's me being naive and silly. Hard to say. Not out of the realm of possibilities for me. Yeah, I remember that too. That was crazy. Be silly. I am silly most of the time. I'm silly a good majority of the time, I would wager. Anything to distract us? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, how far do I go down the conspiracy theory rabbit hole? Because lots of these things could be manufactured. Lots of them might not be. Hard to say. Hard to say. I, again, don't believe a word anybody says sometimes. So I'm very skeptical about things that I hear all the time because I used to be the type of person that would hear something and be like, oh, wow, that must be true. And then, yeah, I don't know. I'm very skeptical on all fronts. Which, you know, I could absolutely see people manufacturing that. But I don't know. I don't know. It's too bad. And yeah, I don't doubt that, to be honest. I don't doubt that a lot of the, like, political stuff, especially, is built to just confuse people. Which is why I try to focus on local politics instead of widespread politics because, yee, my favorite conspiracy theory is that most are made up by the government to throw people off. The real ones, yeah. I mean, I don't doubt it at all. Like, not even a little. Um, but I also am still like, I don't know. I think if you feed yourself a diet of things that are like scary all the time mentally, then you're gonna get scary all the time mentally. So I try to focus on things that are real and that I for sure can like see, if that makes sense. Because yikes, I had a partner who was very, very, actually two people in a row that were like this, but in opposite directions, who were very into conspiracy theories and stuff like that. Um, and that's exhausting stuff. Like, I, again, try to focus more on local politics because I'm like, I can't do jack about the bigger stuff, but I can affect change here because, especially in the place that I live in, the population is so low, it really matters to vote. So, anyway. Yeah, it's so awful, the political sphere in any direction right now. Like, I don't trust anybody at all. I don't care what side you're on. You're scaring me. You're scaring me. My God, I edited down 3 hours of stuff into 15 minutes. I'm the greatest of all time. It's not done yet. The video is not done, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Let's go. Spider was just watching me the other day. You know, it might have been a government plan from this project because I have kind of exhausted my little brain of this. And I have gotten myself back to where I was before, and I'm a winner. I'm a winner. Let's go. Let's go. Love it. Are always watching. That's why they have so many eyeballs. My friend sent me a video of a jumping spider the other day. They had it just like on their sleeve or something. And it was like that big. It was a big. And his little eyeballs. So many eyeballs. And they were huge. And he was just like looking around. Super cute. I love jumping spiders. But they might be government plants. So careful. Careful. Ooh, what color is the jumping spider? Is he one of the blue ones? Are spiders octagons? Well, octagons are defined by how many sides they have, which is 8, right? Hold on. I've been through this before. 8. It's 8. And so spiders have 8 legs. But no, I don't think so. I don't think spiders are octagons personally. But I could be wrong. I'm not a scientist. And it would take a scientist to figure that out. Jumping spider is gray. Nice. Banana spiders? Do you mean like the big guys? Like the big ol' like tarantula types? Because that's what I associate this whole, I guess in a way I sort of am, but not professionally, no. No, unfortunately, sorry. I must have left. Banana spiders, right? They're the big ones. Oh, okay. They're like orb weaver types. I was thinking like tarantula. Okay, I'm with it now. I didn't think that they had spiders like that in Guam, but I don't know. Again, not a scientist. Huge huntsman. Oh, okay. Those do get big. Those do get really big. Orb weavers are cool as hell. Because they also have like neurotoxins, don't they? Yeah. Love. Love it. Lots of spiders in Guam. That's interesting. I didn't know that. How big do huntsmen... Oh my god, they're huge! Holy god! 6 inches! Average. That's crazy. Wow. And that's like leg span. That's cool. Guam spider situation is crazy. Wow. Birds leads to lots of spiders. Oh, yeah, I suppose. That makes sense. That makes sense. God, they're huge. They might as well be tarantulas. Jeez. Wow. They're so cool. So scary, but so cool. I think if I looked up and saw one of those on my wall, I don't know what I would do. Because I really like bugs. I really like spiders. But the ones that we have, like, we have some big stuff. But the biggest things we have are, like, different types of scorpions and different types of beetles. We have some pretty large beetles and some pretty big moths. We get moths here that are like huge. But those are like to be expected. If I looked up and saw a 6-inch long huntsman spider, I don't know if I would interfere. I think I would just leave. I think I would be like, oh, I don't belong here, and then go away. This is your room now. Sorry, you moved in. I didn't mean it. You're behind on your rent, but that's okay. Don't worry about it. You can be here for free. Yeah. Yikes. Aren't they harmless? Huntsmen? I believe so. I can't remember, because they're not the same as, like... Yeah, no, they're not dangerous. They're just large. I guess keeping that in mind, I might be more chill around it. It's still scary, though. I saw one crawling up a gate guard once. I didn't want to give him my ID. One time I got carded by a tarantula. It's really funny. I guess maybe knowing that, because I forgot that they're harmless. Because they don't look harmless. I would maybe just, like, pick him up and move him. Because I wouldn't want it in my house. Hardly ever see cockroaches. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense that they would be good to have around. And generally, I like insects and I like creepy crawlies. Like, I picked up a sun scorpion the other day to move it. But it was that big. I have control over that situation because it's that big. Something that's this big, I have less control over. My brain doesn't like it. And they're fairly peaceful as far as I know, because we have huntsmen here, but they don't get that big. We also have wolf spiders. They can get pretty big. They can get like that big, but that's, nah. We also have some orb weavers that can get like about that big too, but again, that's like kind of the limit here. We don't get big stuff because it's a desert. Yeah, lizards, but not a lot of bugs that are huge. We get some pretty big dragonflies. Those are cool. I live in Wyoming, to clarify. Ex-best friend helped a tarantula back up. Back up as in, like, just walk backwards? Or was he upside down? Upside down. Word. You'd think they'd be able to do that on their own, because, like, turtles have that. They can flip themselves. Most of them. That's... I wonder if it was it, like, shedding its skin, maybe? Because they'll turn upside down to shed sometimes. But usually they'll hide somewhere. Usually you don't see them. I don't know. Interesting. Animals. Very strange. Very strange creatures. Go back there. Hi, kitty. I love you. She's so cute. She's so sweepy. Tarantulas are your favorite? Nice. Tarantulas are really cool. I have kind of always wanted to have one. But at my current stage of life, I cannot own one of those. Which is okay. That's alright. That's fine. I would, like, if I owned a house, that's when I would get a tarantula. Because right now having a roommate, I don't want that to be their problem, especially given who my roommate is, which they're a fine person. They just really don't they wouldn't take care of it for me. And I don't think they would be comfortable with that in the house, which is fair. I would have to have my own little space for a bug like that. All right. I think I'm gonna take off. Lights, and you just want more bunnies. That's fair. I love bunnies. I wish I could have bunnies at all. I would love a bunny. Someday I'll have a bunny. Someday I'll have a collection of tarantulas and bunnies. And they'll all live together peacefully, obviously. Yeah, okay. I am gonna head out. Thank you guys for chatting. Thanks for stopping. I appreciate it lots. This helped me focus. I locked in and I got everything done. So thank you so much. I should do this more because for some reason it's a struggle. Yeah, love you guys lots. Good to see you. Good to have good conversations with you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'll keep you posted. I might stream. Well, I probably will stream more as I continue to get this done because it just helps me focus for some reason. I don't know what that is. But yeah, good times. Love you lots. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Yeah, I'll see you around.